This is going to be a 7.4 and 7.5 zombie car guide from Neonic. This will be showing my lineup that I use for both of these out of bounds tricks. They can be quite difficult, but with the correct lineup and a little bit of practice, you'll get them down eventually. This one can be the simple one. So you're going to want to line your car up. You're going to want to angle your car something like this and reverse so that the wall pushes you. The wall pushes you straight. That'll give you the gap you need. This will be your position. With your wheel and the pole should be almost touching, not quite. You want a very small gap between that pole on the right in the cage and your left wheel, which would be the one on the right of the screen. Usually there's not a wasp here. You want to hold an e-brake boost and you want to point at the R in area code. Then you're going to want to let go of brake and then hold e-brake until this incline, then let go. Then you're going to want, after the camera changes, you're going to want to wait half a second and then hold left. So I'll just restart the mission and do that again for everyone. Because that wasp really did get in the way and doesn't make a very good guide. So this is it in full speed. So you want to drive over, reverse, let the wall guide you. And you're going to want to have a little gap, but it has to be tiny. Like that. That's the sort of gap you want. Then you're going to want to aim at the R in area code. Then once you hit the incline, let go of e-brake, wait half a second, veer left, and you're out of bounds. That's how you get out in 7.4. It's a very, very easy strat, relatively. Yeah, 7.4 is quite the simple strat. See that the blue dot on the minimap is going to be flashing when you drive forward. As that cone appears, you're going to want to turn right and reset. When you get out of bounds, you're going to want to go a little bit to the right. However, you don't want to go too far to the right. Bad things can happen. So I personally like to just overcorrect for the left and drive to the reset point myself. And let's do this climb. I'm gonna cut the guide here, and I'm just gonna, I'm gonna make a cut here so I don't have to shoot the entire thing again. So we're on to 7.5 now. This is not what you're meant to do. That's what you're meant to do. I'm gonna run over to the zombie car. I'm gonna use the edge of the wreckage there on the left side, just at the edge of your vision. That'll put you in the right position to start. Then you want to straighten up and reverse. Once you pick up the waist, you want to hold accelerate. End up about here on the wall. Then you're going to hold e-brake and accelerate. And then once you get the flames and your wheel goes... I'll show you where you want your wheel to be after that. So... let's go through here again. So when you pick up the waist, you're going to want to start that. I'm just going to run over here because I'm going to be using the pause feature. So, you're going to want your wheel to be about here, height-wise. About here. Once you do the e-brake boost as shown, without the brake, use e-brake and accelerate. Once you get the flames, you're going to want to hold it for a little bit. Once your wheel is about here and your car starts going up, then you're going to want to let go, and that'll give you the launch that you'll need to get up. I really should have used save states for this, but it is fine. We will live. The bounce is the hardest part is by far the bounce. Reverse back, then you're going to pick it up, and then you're going to want to bounce, then you want to let go. Once you bounce, you want to let go of accelerate. I'll show you what happens. I'll show you what happens now if you hold accelerate for too long. So once you get the bounce, you're going to want to let go of accelerate. If your car is pointed too low and angled too flat, then you will want to hit accelerate again. But this is what happens if you hold accelerate for too long. That happens. Because when you're in zombie car, if you're on two wheels, your car will wheelie. You want to let go of that so the car comes back down enough to land there, on the wall. Give another example. So this is what would happen if you were to do it a little bit too long. That's a lot more common. However, that can be saved. sometimes. At that point, it's too far gone. If the car's being pushed up the wall, it's probably, you've probably done it too much to be savable, and then your car will just get reset. Not enough, and okay, that was actually correct almost. That can be saved. So once again, just e-brake boost as so, and then you get up and you get out. Other problems are if you're turning as you go to hit the wall, that will screw you up extremely badly. I'll show you an example of what you cannot do in sensor. If you're lined up incorrectly and you're lined up at an angle, do not do this to try to recover it. That will happen. Almost without fail, you will blow the waist. If you're at a wrong angle, stop. Readjust, and then go again. You have to be dead straight. That was just me hitting accelerate too late. Ignore that happened. So yeah, it's as you pick up the waist. See, what happened there, this is another opportunity, is I was too far to the right. You're gonna want to be pointing at the middle. Middle, reverse, as you would pick up the waist. Preferably a little bit later. I don't have the waist as a reference as I was already carrying it on my car. So that is how you do 7.5 zombie car. Line up the side of the wreckage with the side of your screen. Accelerate, let go of brake, and then accelerate once you pick up the waist a fraction of a second after you've picked it up, when you're about in the middle of the grating on the floor. And then try to balance your car so that you end up at about a 30-degree angle on the wall. Then once the piping texture changes, as I showed with my mouse before, you're going to want to have your wheel there, then e-brake boost with only your e-brake in your throttle, and you should get out every time. I hope this guide will help someone learn zombie car.